Yo, what's up? All right, so we just saw The Visit.
You are way too excited talking about The Visit, man.
I'm just excited to do a review.
No, hang on. Shut the fuck up for a second.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What are we doing?
We're doing a review. For
Why? No. I mean, where are we? We're in a car. We're in a car.
You answered your own question.
No, we're in a car doing reviews. Okay, no. I'm sick of this. It's cold as fuck in the winter in here. It's hot as fuck in the summer here, just like it is now.
Okay.
And remember we opened the fucking Into the Woods review with us freezing our asses off.
I mean, that's just something that we do because
no.
Sleep in the third
We
row.
decided this from the moment we started doing this that we would do it in the car. So
it's so cramped in here though. We can't have fucking adventures or anything. We can't have more room to move around. The most exciting thing
in the car.
The most exciting thing we did in this car is when I left the fucking car in Mordecai. We could do so much more. We could do so much more in an open space.
But I mean, we did the Clockwork Orange review. We broke shit in your car. I mean, this has been an adventure in itself.
No. You know what? Fuck this. I'm done. Bye.
Wait, what the fuck do you mean you're done?
I'm done.
What the fuck? We have to do this together.
This is fucking bullshit.
What the?
Why is he being such a diva?
I'm going to get him. No, this is stupid.
Fuck.
Jeremy, yo.
But this means that I have to get out of the fucking shit. Assholes.
It's about damn time.
Dude,
Shit.
Dude, what are you doing?
Sit down. I made some tea for you. I even made some tea for you guys. I made some tea for you.
Jeremy, how did you get in my house?
Why do we have to be in this? Why do we have to be in his house?
This is your house?
This is my house.
Like you don't know.
You've been here before.
No, the door was just open. I walked in.
The door was not open. We don't leave our door open. We don't live in a neighborhood where you can leave your door open. That doesn't happen.
Are you sure?
Dude.
Yes, I'm sure.
Because the door was open after I kicked it in.
I don't know about
But after
this.
you kicked my door.
You know what? Just sit. Okay, let's sit
I
down.
don't know about
Right.
this in the house.
You know what? This is more room. More room.
And I had to get out of the car. I'm pretty pissed off about that shit.
I made you some tea. Take a drink.
You made me tea.
It's delicious.
I don't know about this,
It's
man.
You
delicious.
made tea. Okay, I'm
It's
gonna
so
see.
good.
Because if this tea is good, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
You take a sip of that
This tea
tea.
is pretty good.
See?
But
It was fucking delicious.
See?
I don't know about. I'm not feeling this. I don't know about this, guys.
I don't like it.
Really?
And I had to get out of the car. It's not acceptable.
Jazz. Who cares?
Nah, you're right. Who cares? You're right. Let's go ahead. Sleep in the third row in the house. Let's do it,
Yeah.
I care.
guys. To sleep in the third row. Spoiler alert.
Hey guys.
What's going on? So sleep in the third row.
Do you like our new background? It's on my kitchen.
We're no longer like
doing
in the
this
car.
in a crammed up piece of shit car.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by.
So this Friday, we were joined by several teeny boppers.
So many teeny boppers and black people.
Oh, of course.
Lots of black people.
We said, hey, we're gonna pick the worst movie coming out this month, and we ended up picking probably one of the biggest.
Yeah,
did.
The biggest
We
movie.
did.
The Visit. We saw The Visit.
Well, this
For those
movie
who
still
didn't read
was
the title.
pretty
Was
bad.
Or see the still
It's
with
still-
the visit.
It still was pretty bad. Guys.
But we didn't
It was
think.
horrible.
We thought nobody would see this for real.
I knew people were
I
going to
didn't
see
think
I knew
this.
people. I knew people.
No,
were
I
gonna-
knew. No, this
No,
movie was
yeah.
going to be huge.
I definitely knew people were going to see it, but I didn't think.
This movie is doing great in the box office right now.
Yeah, I knew people were going to see it, but I didn't think that it was going to, be as well received as it's been.
Yeah, people are saying, well, M. Night
It's getting a lot of good
Shyamalan
reviews. It really is getting a lot of good
directed
reviews.
and wrote this.
Yeah.
And like you said, getting a lot of good reviews. It's like
It's apparently the return of M. Night.
yeah, people are saying he's back.
And I would like to know where he
And
is.
while this movie was, I can see where they're coming from because this movie, while I still did not enjoy this movie was still a whole lot better than Last Airbender and After Earth.
So The Visit. Anybody want to give a synopsis?
I'll give it a
I haven't given a
synopsis.
synopsis in a while.
Give me the synopsis.
I haven't done
Do
a
that.
synopsis.
Yes, you got to say it right.
Synapse.
No, I did the one for Whiplash.
Okay, so I'll give the synopsis this time.
I feel like you gonna be like this movie is about stupidness and
movie's about nothing.
idiocy.
This movie's about
I
nothing.
do say idiocy a lot.
This movie's about people that do nothing but stand around.
Actually, though, no. But so this movie is about
Tell that a lie.
this movie is about this technically it's about a family. The kids go off to see their grandparents, who they have never met because their mom like had some horrible fight with them that never is.
Especially with the mom, their mom had a horrible fight with the grandma.
Right, with the grandparents, and so the kids go for a week to spend time with their grandparents, and end up
crazy ass feral grandma.
And to find out
finding out that the grandparents are insane and like run around naked at night.
And then all of a sudden they find out they're not the real grandparents.
Yeah,
they're escaped mental.
We said spoiler alert at the beginning.
Yeah,
so you actually care about that weak twist.
The twist was they're escaped mental patients who broke into the real grandparents' house.
Thanks for breaking into the synapses, bro. But anyway, so basically they find out that the grandparents aren't actually the real grandparents, and that these two crazy people are escaped mental patients
from a mental asylum down the street, and that they killed the grandparents and were planning on killing the kids at the end of the movie.
Now you realize the synopsis doesn't necessarily give the ending away.
So that's the synopsis of the movie. Don't go see it. It's a piece of shit.
Now this is what I want to ask before we get into the whole thing about the visit.
Okay.
I have said on some of these Asleep in Third Rows, or at least one or two of them, I do not hate the found footage genre.
I do. I'm sick of it.
As much as the rest of America.
I'm sick of it.
And what I want to ask is, what is it? And legitimately, like don't like say because it's stupid and all this. What is the problem with the found footage genre? That
I'll go first.
Besides shaky cam.
For me, and shaky cam is not a problem for me.
It's I don't think
because they do that in movies.
People didn't have a problem with that at first. It's just that it's getting old at this point. It's getting overused.
To me, my personal problem with found footage films.
Every horror movie that comes out now is going to be found footage. Pretty much.
Well, yeah, like I said, it's
annoying.
Like I said, they came for the horror movie genre and they ruined it.
Yeah.
But like, for me, found footage I don't like it because the thing that makes horror movies scary initially for me, because a lot of found footage movies rely on jump scares. Jump scares weren't really popular when real horror movies came out. It was just like in your face scary.
And to me, like cutting somebody's throat.
Exactly, and to me that cheapens the value of a horror movie when you rely totally on jump scares. Like nothing in the movie is scary except for the fact that somebody popped out. Like,
so is that the only thing about found footage people don't like is the jump scares?
I'm talking about me personally. I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else. But then there's the fact that they keep trying to evolve it, and I appreciate
They do try to evolve found footage.
I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that they are trying to evolve it, but it to me keeps getting worse and worse. Like they keep trying to do this whole dual camera thing. Like I'm doing it from this angle, I'm doing it from this.
The Gallows was the first movie I saw to do two cameras for found footage, but the Visit did it. The Visit did
it too, and the Visit didn't really. The Visit, well, we'll get into that, but the Visit really kind of just took it to where it's like, all right, I'm filming here. And now I'm filming here. It just seems...
And the Visit wasn't fully found footage.
It wasn't.
There were like 2 or 3 scenes where they were showing the sky.
And it really, genuinely, honestly, to me, just makes it feel like like somebody was like, all right, we're going to get our handy cam and our other cameras. We're going to film all this shit, put it in iMovie, edit it together, and there you go.
Now, I will say this, though. From a directing standpoint, to make a good found footage movie has to be difficult. Because you have to make the camera look like it is being authentically held by the actor, but still direct the action.
Nobody has succeeded in that.
I thought the performances by the kids were good.
I thought the little girl. Now I will say this.
Who was young Kirsten Dunst.
I will say this.
It's right. Like Kirsten Dunst
looked like Kirsten Dunst.
I didn't even think about that.
Oh my god!
I told that to Jazz while we were watching it. She looks like Kirsten Dunst went back in time and did the Visit.
She did this movie before or after Jumanji.
They filmed this movie while she was filming Jumanji and just put it out now.
Okay, I will say this though. I will say this: the characters of the 2 kids were very fleshed out.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
The little girl was like smart, analytical. Mm-hmm. Trying to figure stuff out, a little apprehensive, while the little boy was kind of brash, bold, funny, joking, goofy. So they were very fleshed out. You got that. And that little boy was like a lot funnier than I expected him to be too.
His big ass lisp.
I feel like he was gonna have I feel like he was gonna be the most annoying character once the movie started.
He was like probably the most likable.
He was.
And I said this, and it's no offense to anybody or anything. I don't think I would have found him as funny if he didn't have a lisp. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
I'm not gonna lie. The stuff he was saying
I
was
didn't
just
really
like...
notice his lisp.
Oh, I noticed it.
How did you not notice?
I noticed it as soon as he opened
not that it was
his
a bad
mouth. Oh, shit. No, because it's very prominent. You can tell by the way he moves his mouth. But no, I and that's not to say that his lisp was a bad thing or that was the only reason they picked him for this part. it just, to me, a lot of the stuff he was saying wouldn't have been funny if he didn't sound kind of funny. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
And like, so to me,
some of the rap songs were kind of funny.
Some of him rapping in general was like
after a while. That's my problem with him.
It did not need to be in the credits.
That's why in the credits I was like, I'm going to peep goodbye. I was like, I don't want to sit here and watch this. I'm not finna watch this little kid.
Okay,
so did everybody else.
The first time he did it was cool. The second time he did it was cool. Third time he did it was like, all right.
Well, the first time he did it was out of nowhere. It was like, why the fuck? Okay, he's rapping. All right, there you go. And then the second time he did it, he actually had a little bit of flow. I was like, what?
The third time it was like, all right, stop.
And then he kind of stopped being funny to me because it was just kind of like, okay.
Well, because things started getting a little more dramatic too.
They did not. No, they didn't.
Okay, no.
We'll get into that.
Anyway, so and the grandparents'
performances.
The grandparents' performances were the performances in this movie weren't the problem.
They weren't the problem.
No, you're right. The
now that I think
were
back
good.
to it, the performances in this movie.
All the actors.
Mom, sometimes
she
left
was
a little
dry
to be
as
desired.
hell.
She left a little to be desired.
And then at the end,
like, oh my god, when she reacted to the kids showing them how, oh, that's not your grandparents.
That's not your grandparents.
When she reacted,
that's not your grandparents.
like she looked so unsurprised. Like she should be already out the fucking door.
Right. I think that made it worse for the twist because she was the reveal. She goes,
that's not your grandparents. And it's like, sorry, we can't dispatch so-so. Shit.
When does that happen?
You need to hop in the car and go there.
You should have been calling them in the. I'm gonna keep calling them from in the car. Try and get out of the house.
And the first thing I say is, okay, 911. That never happens when you call 911 and they can't help you.
Of course.
When does that ever happen?
When you're blurred.
One of my main problem with this movie though was a lot of the stuff that happened in the movie that was going somewhere and actually was like a decent scene or leading to a decent scene was worthless and went nowhere.
My biggest problem with this movie is that I never particularly felt that any of the scenes were going anywhere or like had anything or were leading up. Let me finish. I didn't think that any of the scenes were good, particularly, and I didn't feel like the scenes that like kind of led up, they felt like they were going to lead to something good. Because by the end of the movie, that had happened so many times that I stopped
the whole like worthless scene.
That I stopped even expecting anything to happen.
Yeah. Like the whole grandma trying to kill him thing. They set that up, and it was like, okay, now she's at the door trying to kill him. Oh my god!
She has a knife.
So,
right.
But then, with the knife. Then she just gave up. And
How about
it?
How about the scene that they've been advertising in the trailers where she gets in the oven? Well, you get in the oven to clean it. She gets in the oven.
That leads to nothing.
It gets in the oven and then
closes the oven.
No, she doesn't even close it the first time.
The first time she didn't close it.
Second time.
No, I have no problem with them not closing it the first time.
I don't either.
Because the first time it's like, oh,
it's like set up.
Yeah,
it could be something later.
Second time, she got in the oven, get in further. She closed it on her, left it closed for a little bit, and then opened it and let her out.
But no, my problem is
do something with that.
This is the most advertised scene in the movie.
This
is the scene that everybody knows your movie by.
It is.
And you put her in the oven
and didn't do nothing.
Don't close the door. That's fine. But you don't do anything with the scene at all. Like the scene literally switches from that to something else.
You could that's like the perfect setup for something.
That's a perfect setup.
That's like gift wrapped for you.
It was very gift wrapped. It's like
Santa Claus came early. It's like, here, M. Night. Like
I was just cleaning it. Where Grandpa has like the shotgun in his mouth. I was just cleaning it.
No, you were practicing.
Well, I say, yeah. She's like, no, you weren't cleaning, motherfucker. You were practicing. You deep throw the shotgun. But no. He said, but no, they catching me saying, I was just cleaning it. Oh, your grandmother, she gets kind of crazy. Old. She's old. She's sundowning this and that, blah, blah. And then it led nowhere. There was so much stuff that led nowhere.
How about the fact that he goes and takes the diapers in the shed, and that's all it is. It's just diapers in the shed.
Right, it had nothing to do with anything except that Grandpa was incontinent. I'm supposed to be afraid that Grandpa can't control his bowels. Are you kidding me? Are you shitting me?
And I think honestly that
take it away, Paul.
We'll be here all week, guys. No, I think that's honestly another thing that kind of killed the movie for me is that and especially after the twist, these grandparents were so crazy. But they honestly were just genuinely crazy.
They were just crazy.
They
didn't want to kill him.
They were just crazy.
They were just crazy.
They were just like, oh yeah, I shit on myself sometimes.
Right.
Oh yeah, at night I run around naked.
I did not need to see the grandma's ass that many times.
Like 3 times.
You saw one and a half times because one time you just saw one
Just
cheek.
One cheek. That was
And
unnecessary.
that's another scene they set up really well, where she's crawling around, chasing them.
Honestly,
That's the only scene. That's the only scene in the movie that I was like, okay.
I was just about to say, don't lie.
It's
In
kinda
that scene, that
It's
sometimes
kinda
you felt a
creepy.
little uncomfortable.
Not that I felt uncomfortable, but it was like this could be something. Okay,
Because that's
But
how
they
you go
didn't
see.
make it
That's how you go see under the stairs, and then she's
All of a
trying
sudden,
to
the grandma comes in.
Yeah, and it's like, what is she doing? What the hell's going on? She's like, and then she's even saying, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you back. And it was creepy.
It was.
Then they run out and come to find out grandma was just playing along. Breakfast, our dinner will be ready in a little bit.
And then her
That's
ass-
it?
Yeah.
That's
And
it?
it turns
And
into
then
a comedic scene.
which it was funny.
I mean, it was,
It was
but
funny,
it
that was
shouldn't have been.
comedic scene.
It shouldn't have
Yes.
been.
Oh yeah,
It
But I
shouldn't
mean,
have been.
she was just playing and that was it.
Shouldn't have been a comedic scene.
that's all that.
And then, like you said,
That scene shouldn't have happened until at least the end of the movie.
I have no problem with that scene happening early and it just being a setup if they do something with it later.
I have no problem with that scene in general, honestly. The fact that they set it up to be something scary, and you kind of said this in the theater.
I said that too.
And
It was
then
a nice switch of tone. It was.
Honestly, genuinely, that is the only scene, and I'm thinking back to the movie, that is the only scene that set something up and did something with it, and it was actually like, okay, cool. Like the scenes during the quote-unquote climax were,
The scenes during the climax were framed very nicely.
Yeah,
to me,
The reason why I say that they were framed nicely is that you could at least feel a little bit of tension in some of those parts.
Right.
I think you could feel some tension, or you could feel like M. Night is framing this nice where you feel it and everything. Now,
I agree.
more so with Becca and the grandma than with, what's his name, Tyler and the grandfather. Because Tyler and the grandfather was just, I'm gonna stand here because I'm a little boy and I'm scared, let me rub shit in your face. And for a second, like, he's taking his pants off and fuck this little boy there.
I was like, please do not rape this child. And
I thought he was literally.
I was like,
gonna walk
M. Night,
out
don't
with-
do that.
I
Don't do
thought
that.
since he showed us so much grandma ass, I thought grandpa was gonna
I
walk
thought we
with
were
his
gonna
dick
see.
hanging
Yeah, I
out.
thought we were gonna see grandpa ass.
All right,
I was
little
not
boy.
prepared for
He's
that.
like, oh, so you hate germs and shove shit in his face.
But no, but the Becca, like honestly, the Becca and the grandma scene, it honestly,
It was the parts leading up to it were framed nicely. Now, this is where found footage has an issue because the camera was positioned a certain way where you couldn't see as much of Becca and the grandma like confrontation as you should have been able to.
exactly.
That was the problem.
But then I also had a problem with the fact that Becca is obviously, okay, she's looking around the room or whatever, and she's got the light. Okay, you're looking around the room. You found grandma. Grandma's standing right next to you. Why do you keep moving the fucking light away from grandma? Why do you keep doing that?
that's not M. Night. That's just her being dumb.
That's just stupid. Well, I mean, it is M. Night.
It is
He
M.
directed
Night.
this shit.
Right, true.
And then she kept going back, and like
And wrote it.
No, so it was like she would pan away, then pan back, and there's grandma, and it was supposed to be scary. When
Right.
she pans away,
It wasn't.
she pans back, and grandma's still right there, but it didn't give the feeling of
There's a
grandma.
poker in the corner, and then she could beat the shit out of her.
She had to get her head slammed into a mirror and
To
a piece
finally
of
start
glass
fighting
fall
back,
down
yeah.
to be like, let me stab this old bitch trying to kill me.
When she climbed up on it, she could have grabbed that poker before she grabbed grandma. Even if she didn't grab the poker, she could have grabbed like the little coal shovel.
Yeah,
she could
that
have
was
grabbed.
obviously that.
She could have grabbed the whole goddamn thing if she wanted to.
Yeah.
And climbed up on the bed like
She could have smacked her with a pillow.
Really,
And
like
probably
seriously,
broke a bone or something.
she could have done.
Grandma's not that
anything.
strong.
She could have. Well, apparently, grandma's pretty fucking strong. She bashed her damn head into that
That's
mirror like
true.
hard.
Boom.
Oh, it's a little girl. I mean,
She was like 15.
Right.
oh, that's true.
Anyway,
Now I will say that this movie gave the only jump scare that ever got me.
Oh yeah, when the grandma's like up her
Because
face
when
and
she
stuff.
was going to like get them in the room, and then she popped up all of a sudden at the camera they had set up after she found it, and then, that was because usually when I see I don't see that many horror movies, but whenever I see horror movies that have jump scares, they usually generally don't scare me. Not that I'm looking for them, but they happen, and I'm just like, okay, that legitimately got me, and it was like, oh, that. It had probably the best jump scare I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I will say that.
I can't say that because I've seen some pretty good jump scares.
Yeah, me too. One thing I will say about the movie, it set up a good creepy atmosphere.
No, it didn't.
No.
No, it didn't.
Not like
I'll let you
explain
talk.
myself.
Let me- yeah, go ahead,
explain
go ahead.
myself. To me, anyway, this is my opinion. The atmosphere, like, to me, it would be creepy as hell to find out that the people I've been staying with are not people I know. That they're literally mental patients escape from an asylum.
So you mean the idea?
The idea, yeah,
It's definitely
like
scary.
Like,
Well, of
okay,
course.
if I were to like I don't know, if I were to like grow up with these parents, with my parents or whatever, and then years later, you know, obviously this only lasts like a week, but like years later I find out, oh, they were escaped mental patients and my real parents are dead somewhere else in the house. That scares me.
That's kind of different, though. I'm sorry.
That scares me.
That's kind of different because what happened here is they had never met their grandparents.
No, I know what
They
you
go
mean.
visit.
So that's what he's saying. He's talking about if this situation happened to him in real life.
Yeah,
and I understand
like,
that.
I feel that to me that's kind of creepy.
So
how
you-
they're not staying with like how they're staying in a house with mental patients.
I
think that's pretty
gotta
creepy.
kind of say, Jeremy, that you're really kind of saying in a way that the script had potential that M. Night didn't capture. That's what it seems like.
I genuinely believe that this movie was a good idea.
It
I
was.
think the basis.
That's pretty
behind-
much what Jeremy said.
I think the basis behind it. I think
You could have made it better than it was.
I think,
Oh God, yeah.
I think if you had made this movie not found footage,
If this movie wasn't found footage, it would have been a lot better.
It would've.
Because you could have got better angles.
It would have.
I think if you had made this movie not found footage, you had fleshed out the script a lot more.
Shit.
And you actually
The characters
gave-
were fleshed out.
The characters were fleshed out, but everything
They were.
else was kind of like in limbo. And you took the fact that it took an hour and 20 minutes of an hour and 34-minute movie to build.
So yeah, the climax did come late.
It came.
Usually the climaxes come late, but this climax
Even with
took a
the
while.
first Paranormal Activity, it
and then
had
it
stuff
was
happened.
like it was
Yeah.
like, to me it felt like the movie was building and 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 building and
And then
building and
ended.
building and then ended. And then while it was building, it really didn't even feel like it was building. It felt
It
like
didn't feel like it was building. It felt like we were watching home movies. Mm-hmm.
This movie, all the trailers are making it look like it's a straight up horror movie. This movie's just straight horror, nothing
This
else.
movie's really campy.
No, this movie
Yeah,
is a
very
bit of
good.
a dark dramedy in disguise.
I don't
This movie is,
get the dramatic.
my
effect.
opinion.
Well,
my opinion.
are you saying
because with the dad,
the mom's relationship
with the
grandparents?
parents, and then they had go into this detail with their dad and shit, and then I feel like the grandparents thing with the mental patient scary was more of a sideline to M. Night. He was mainly putting it as a dark dramedy in disguise.
To me, honestly,
That's my
We
opinion.
need to go down the list of actors too in a second. Go
Well,
ahead.
but to me, one more thing. To me, it felt like this movie had a lot of ideas.
Okay.
I feel like the only main ideas.
It had one main idea, but it had
Yeah.
some kind of around it.
I feel like the only idea that was originally decided upon for this movie by M. Night Shyamalan, or who the fuck ever, was that we want two kids to go to their grandparents' house that they had never seen, and we want something to happen.
Right.
There, and then we wanted to.
Yeah, they did. It did. It
But-
was like something to happen. Like he didn't know what.
Yeah, and then he was
like.
like, okay, so the twist is, let's see, grandparents, they never met them. They're not their grandparents. Got the twist. Then he was like, okay, we need some details about why she does. Okay, the mom doesn't talk to the grandparents for this reason that we're not going to tell you until the end of the
Yeah,
fucking
I can
movie.
see that. I can see
And then
that.
it was
Yeah.
like, okay, all right, mom, she's a single mom. Why is she a single mom? Well, M. Night, you don't really have to explain that. We have to. She's a single mom because dad left. And then like backstory.
Why
to
did dad
that.
leave, right?
Why, and it felt like he kept just piling on ideas that didn't make sense for the story.
Right.
That I didn't need to know. I didn't give a fuck that her mom got dumped by some man that she ran off with. Like,
I'm going off of what you said about not caring. I didn't really care throughout the movie because, like I said, it was a lot of scenes that built to nothing. But I really found out after the climax when the kids win just how much I gave no fuck. Because they win and it's this big triumphant thing that they win and they leave the house.
And they ran out with the mom.
And I was just like, you know at the end of the movie, you're like, okay.
wow. Yeah.
Like the end of Die
I
Hard.
did not give a fuck.
like the end of Die Hard, for an example.
I can see that.
Oh, I'm gonna beat
Damn,
your
what is it with all
ass.
these movies you haven't seen in this review? You usually seen at least
So,
one.
I know.
I've seen Die Hard.
Okay, so
yes.
Bruce Willis walks out of the place. They're playing the night scene. He finally reunites with that cop.
Yeah.
They hug and cry. You feel for that.
Yeah,
you feel that. You're happy.
You feel
finally
something
made
through
it
the whole
out.
movie, honestly.
Oh,
but that
whole movie,
moment,
yeah.
is just
Even
like,
War of the,
wow.
well, I would say this, even War of the Worlds with the Tom Cruise War of the
That's a good
Worlds.
movie.
Even that, some people say, okay, they found him at the end. Like,
underrated.
okay, that was like, how'd he find them? But you care about them reuniting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't care about these kids winning.
I didn't care about these kids at all during this movie.
Now I will say this though. I will
course.
say this. I was just
Go ahead.
saying, when they walk out and it is found footage, so the camera's kind of looking up. her having her brother under her arm with the camera looking up and the rain coming down with the music playing, that was a beautifully shot scene.
It was gorgeously
It
shot.
was.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
That was
on
beautiful.
I
And like
like
coming into the light and
as much as I did
scene.
not like this movie, I can't deny that was a beautiful.
That was a beautiful
framed
shot. Direction
shot
was
scene.
very
with the,
good.
with the rain falling on the
Yeah.
camera.
Coming into the light, her looking up, them under there. Yeah.
It was beautifully shot. It was
Now, of course, it
definitely-
had the cliche where the cops and everyone come at the last second, right
Right,
after all
after
this stuff
everything's
is
over,
done.
like,
everything that already
Yeah.
happened. It's like, thanks, Obama.
Oh my god.
The list of actors, real quick. All right.
Who are they?
I don't know their
I
name.
don't.
I'm just gonna go down the characters.
The
Okay.
guy that played the grandpa's been and stuff, like I think he was in like Law and Order and shit.
The little boy, Tyler, or T-Don the stylist.
Oh, that's what they were saying?
You didn't know what they were saying?
Hell no, I couldn't understand what they were saying.
I thought that was the perfect name. And the fact that she said his stage nom de plume, I'm like, this little smart little girl.
I didn't know what.
Everybody knows what a nom de plume is.
Yes, we know.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, 'cause you act like you know.
No, I was like, what the fuck are they saying? T who the what?
T-Don the stylist.
I
That's
thought
a
they
cool
were, I
ass
thought they were
name.
talking about that said T style Adamus. I don't know. What the fuck I thought they were saying. Androgynous Rex. I don't know.
The little boy was funny. The little boy stole the
She
show.
was the
Boy,
best
yeah,
character.
He stole the show.
Definitely.
He was funny. That part where he goes, Becca, who am I? And like runs back and forth. That was hilarious.
Yeah,
dude.
that got me.
It was.
Him rapping, even though it got old, at first him rapping was actually pretty good.
We saw this movie in a packed to the rim quiet
Yeah,
theater.
yeah.
We went to one theater and couldn't get in.
Because they had
Sold
only
out.
one ticket left.
And went to another one and it filled up shortly after we got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's how many people are going to see this movie.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And the theater was quiet for a lot
sorry
of the
for
movie
y'all.
too until the climax.
But yeah, so the
Climax.
little boy stole the show. He was really good. I do think as an actor, he's good, but I think that, and he will because he's a child actor.
Well,
he has a
he'll
lot to
build.
learn.
He'll build.
He does.
He's
He
no
has a lot
Jake.
to learn.
He's not Jake Lloyd, thank God.
He's no Haley Joel Osment either.
No.
So,
I'm
you
talking
know,
about Jake
yeah.
Lloyd being a terrible kid actor.
And I'm talking about Haley Joel Osment being amazing.
Okay,
Amazing.
yeah.
That's on the spectrum of child actors.
Yeah.
The girl that played Becca. I thought she did a good job.
Yeah.
I thought she was kind of
She was
dry.
good.
I was gonna say this. I was
The
just
young
about to
Kirsten
say
Dunst.
before you said that I think she was a little wooden.
I thought she was
I thought
really
she was good.
stiff,
I
and
thought she was good.
I didn't particularly enjoy her performance. I can't lie.
I thought she was good.
Kind of like Kirsten Dunst though. I mean,
Yeah.
This is a cheerocracy.
Maybe it really was Kirsten Dunst.
in the jungle, you will wait until your grandparents try to kill you.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Who else?
I mean, the grandma.
Grandma, she was good.
Grandma did a good performance.
She was-
Grandma did a lot
Gravy.
of physical shit. If that was actually her, but I mean, she's ass naked, so it had to be
Naked old lady.
Unless they
Back.
found some naked old lady that can like run around. But the grandma did a lot of
It
physical
was, she was
shit.
did.
very convincing for the craziness. Like when they talked about the mom. Now that's another scene that went nowhere. And was like, what the hell's going on? They asked about the mom. Bad mom. Bad mom. Bad mom. Bad mom. You will not say the name of so and so in this house anymore. Like,
All she
damn,
was missing was
what?
to be foaming at the mouth, like
Literally though. Grandpa.
Pop Pop, Dan and Pop Pop. Pop Pop was
He was good.
He was not. He was barely there.
yeah.
And he
That's
never,
good.
when he was, he never really said much.
You know, let's
Yeah,
be
he
honest.
said like maybe
Let's
a
be
season.
honest.
Yeah.
All of them were barely there. This movie was a lot of shots of just like what?
True.
What am I looking at?
I see what you're getting at, but I can't say that Tyler and Becca were barely there.
They were talking, but they were never on screen that much.
I can't.
They weren't on screen.
They
that
were.
much.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
The grandparents were never really there. I'll tell
But
you.
Grandpa Pop was never really there.
Pop
No,
wasn't there,
yeah.
you know, like
And then they gave him the shining moment. He's the last one left. Take care of him, at the end. Bash his head in with the fridge.
Yeah, he fucked him up.
fucked him
Yeah.
up.
And the audience was going crazy. Jesus Christ. They were all,
They gave a damn. I didn't.
I was like, oh yeah, you killed him.
Dang.
All right, and then we got the mom.
Mom's acting was as empty as my glass of tea, which it is completely empty. Like,
I will say this. We said Becca was good, but she was a little wooden. The mom was probably the most wooden out of
Definitely.
everybody.
oh yeah,
She was
Because
the
she opened it with a monologue and closed it with a monologue.
she was the DEA's guy's wife in Wilder Miller's, the actress.
Yeah, and she did better in that movie than she did.
I've
She
seen
did.
her in a couple things, and I thought she was a
She
pretty
did much
decent
better.
actress.
Yeah, I don't know
That
what happened
monologue
with
in this
this movie.
movie, it
I
was
don't know
just
what happened.
like there was no kind of like feel behind it or something.
Her reaction, I'm sorry, her reaction is saying that that's not the real grandparents just was.
She
terrible.
should have had so
Honestly-
much more like franticness and like being alert.
Like
like,
she was
scared.
sitting there, like you guys need to listen. Like she was. If I was those kids' parents, like if I'm there, I'm like, okay, those aren't your kids. Get out of the house. I'm going. I'm run out the fucking door and get your kids. They're
Those
with.
aren't your grandparents. No, those aren't your grandparents. Yo, and then you should be like you said, you should be calling the cops from the car to
Yeah.
not get the
Yeah,
service, not standing there
Yeah.
like waiting.
And to me, and I'm gonna say this, y'all didn't agree with me when I said this, but this movie drugged so much. It was an hour and a half. I felt like I was sitting in that theater for a good 2 hours.
I don't feel like it felt long.
It didn't.
I was.
It didn't feel that long.
It
felt
dragged, but it
long.
didn't feel too.
It was like, cause I was at the point by the middle of the movie, I was like, okay, it's still going.
I'm surprised you guys didn't fall asleep.
Nothing has happened.
It kept my attention enough for me to not fall asleep, and I was genuinely tired because I had just got off of work in 2 jobs.
I can't say that it kept my attention for enough for me to not to fall asleep, but I also wasn't tired, and I was really angry, so I had a lot of energy.
You were angry, yeah. You had
I had a lot of energy,
Yeah, you had to
so
work.
I can't usually sleep.
And I
when I'm
can't say
angry.
this movie was disappointing because I honestly wasn't expecting that much.
I will say that, yeah, it was. I think we can all say how bad it was. It was better than we thought it would be.
Nope.
Really?
Nope. It was worse than I thought it would be. Honestly.
It was bad, but it was better than I thought it would be.
I didn't have.
I
high
thought
hopes.
the movie was going to be laughably
I
bad. Like
thought
this is so
I-
ridiculous.
I didn't have high hopes for it. I thought it was going to be a bad movie, but honestly, this movie was a lot worse than I thought it was going to be.
Really?
Yes.
I'm surprised.
It was so
Well,
much
speaking of
worse.
It was a
While we're-
little better than I thought it would be.
Speaking
Little
of which,
tiny.
while
Let's rate this shit and go, Jeremy.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 3.
That's fine.
This rating dropped for me when after I first saw it. I was like,
Yeah, you were all like,
You were like, I'm gonna give this a
maybe
6.
a 5 or a 6, but it dropped.
No.
I had to think for a while. I was fresh out the theater. I'm gonna give it a 3. Yeah, it never went anywhere. It was boring. The performances were nice. That's the main reason I'm giving it a 3. The performances were nice. Some of the camera work was nice, but like I said, it never went anywhere. It was always boring. It never got started.
It tried to start. It was like when you try to start your car, and at first you hear nothing, like tick, 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 and then sometimes it's like.
Yeah, I didn't feel
But
that.
it never caught.
I didn't feel that at all. That
No, I'm
motherfucker-
saying because it was trying to start.
No, but I'm saying that motherfucker for me, if I was starting my car, it's just like,
No, because the way you just talked, you at least, according to your car, you at least heard a little. Yeah, you did.
I mean, but just
This is
because
a weird metaphor.
just because there was one scene that was like, okay, right after that it was just like, well, damn, okay, you let me down.
Jazz.
I am going to give the movie. I'm thinking of deciding between a 3 or a 4, so I'm gonna give it a 3.5. Main reason I'm gonna give it a 3.5 is because, like I've been saying throughout this whole review, it was trying so hard. It was trying to start, but it was so many scenes that had so much potential that didn't do anything. And the scenes didn't even really have that much potential. I am saying they had so much potential, as in like,
They had potential to have potential.
basically. It was like they could have gone somewhere, but they didn't go anywhere. We had very fleshed out characters. We had some decent performances. Really, there was only 5 characters in the cast, so I can't even say out of the main cast because that was the cast. But it's like there was so much stuff, and then like I said, the beautifully framed shots. Every now and then that popped
The
up.
random neighbors that kept walking in was really weird.
Yeah, Stacey got hung for no damn reason.
And then they're just like, oh, hey, Stacey's hanging. She's just hanging out. It's cool.
And then
Like,
there's this one guy that walks in, gives him some dessert and leaves, and he never shows up
never
again.
shows up
Not
again.
even
There was so
dead
much stuff
or
that went
anything.
nowhere. So that's my biggest problem with the movie. I'm gonna give it a 3.5, and I feel like I am probably being at least 2.5 points generous with my rating.
Damn.
But I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Alright, what do you got?
I'm gonna give this movie fucking 1.
Oh.
And
Well, there has to be something that got you if you give it a 1.
yeah, that this movie gets a 1 because the performances were not bad.
Yeah. Okay.
And a movie that,
It was some good actors.
but to me, this movie, honestly, it legitimately, it got to the point where, of course, that one scene where they're crawling around under the thing is early in the movie. After that, it was like
Nothing ever really picks up like that.
nothing happens to excite me ever after that.
No.
And so to me, by the end of the movie, I honestly was not invested. I kept saying that. It's so hard for me to get invested in this movie.
It's like I say, when it starts off at the beginning of the monologue, like I said, but when the movie starts off and you don't grasp your audience, a movie or a play, you don't grasp the audience, because the audience is already there waiting, and they're like, okay, either take us to the top, or we're not gonna give a fuck.
Yeah.
And it went to the bottom, and when it goes to
And
the
it
bottom,
stayed there.
you have to win them back up with something in the middle, and it's even harder because they already stopped giving a shit.
Yeah, and so at that point, I
understand.
had stopped caring, and I honestly was originally thinking of giving this movie like a 2 or a 3. But the more we talk about it, the more we've talked through it, I
was
can't
originally
get
going to give it at least like a 4.5, but as we talked about it more, yeah, it's a 3.
I was originally gonna give it a 3, and I gave it a 0.5. Although I said I think I'm being generous.
I can't give this movie anything more than a 1. I can't give it a
highest
0.
rating.
Can't give it a 0 because the acting performances were good enough to deserve a full point. But other than that, I mean, the one scene just wasn't enough. That one shot just wasn't enough out of an entire hour and 34-minute movie. It just wasn't enough to save it. So
True. 1
point for me, M. Night. You haven't come back quite yet. Sorry.
I don't think so.
I feel like he. I'm not regret saying this. I feel like he's on his way. He's on his way. He just got on the on-ramp to the highway.
Should I go check outside to see if he's in the driveway? Because
God damn it.
Like,
I don't see
You know what I mean?
don't see no headlights.
He's on his way. This was better than After Earth and Last Airbender. It was. He's
I
on
haven't
his
seen
way.
either of those movies. I'm sorry. I can't.
I didn't see After Earth, but it is
He was
better than
on-
Last Airbender,
he
especially
was-
if you're a fan.
He was on his way. He's on his way.
Just
He's almost
because,
here. He's
just
almost
because
here.
M. Night Shyamalan releases a movie that has a few good frame shots, and I'm gonna say something for a second, has a few good frame shots, and has 1 or 2 scenes that are good, where the tension and the creepiness is there, doesn't mean that he's on his way. Just because Quentin Tarantino releases Django Unchained when then we were void of Quentin Tarantino, doesn't mean all of a sudden Quentin Tarantino has cornered the market and is like back
I
to
love
making great movies. Great Django Unchained is a good movie, but it's not as amazing as everybody says.
I
Just
didn't
because
really- I didn't necessarily like Django Unchained.
just
I liked it.
because Michael Bay does movies with explosions doesn't mean that the movies are bad. I am tired of people saying that a director is he's falling off or he's coming back
You were talking
because one movie that he releases when we are void of him. We give this movie, and I just had that image in my head.
Yeah.
That was hilarious though when the little boy goes, "Becca, I'm blind." That was hilarious.
That was good. That was
He
good.
said, "We give this movie 2.5 nana asses." Ugh.
It was-
Out of 10.
I didn't need to see that.
Out of 10. We will keep doing requests, like I said.
We'll get
keep
around to it.
leaving.
Life got a little
Stay
life
with
got
us.
in the way.
Stay with us.
But leave some requests down there, y'all.
That's a lot.
It does. That's because we trying.
Yeah.
Tell your friends about us so we can make money off YouTube and we ain't got to worry about life now.
Don't tell them that's the only reason we're doing this.
That's not the only
No.
That's not the only reason we're doing
because
this.
we're not making any fucking money from it.
We're
So
not.
that's definitely
We
not
still
the
do
reason we're
it.
doing
We still
this.
do it. We're not stopping
No,
anytime
yeah.
soon.
I want more tea now. Like,
Isn't it great to be in the house now?
it is.
It is. I like
It
it.
is.
Do you guys like our comment below if you like our new setup? What do you think of our new setup, guys?
Yeah,
Seriously.
we actually are not going to stay in the same location, so we might be somewhere else next time.
Yeah, we might be on the couch next time.
We
So
might-
keep an eye out for our intros like you already don't.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for our intros because they'll be explaining wherever we are, I guess.
Yeah.
Even though it's not really an explanation ever.
Nope.
Whatever. Yeah.
All right.
So this is
this
the car's done, guys. We're not doing the car anymore. That's
No.
over. Never again.
2.5
Don't say
nana
never again. It
asses.
might happen again.
It might. You never know. 2.5 nana asses
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
And
Man.
Death Becomes Her next.
Death Becomes Her, starring Goldie Hawn, Meryl Streep, and a young Bruce Willis.
Thank you all for watching. Reporting live from Darius Harse. Harse?
Harse.
Thank you all for watching.
Harse,
Jesus
y'all.
Christ.
Yes, get it together, dude.
Reporting live
Thank you all
from
for
my
watching.
house.
Thank you all for watching.
Shit.
Reporting live from Darius' house. And as always, peace.
May
See ya.
and stay different differentials.
That was a fucking ordeal.
Why does it always take us 20 minutes to outro a video?